If the stars were made to worship, so will I.
Today's reading is from week 24, day 3. She bore a child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up to God and his throne. Revelation 12:5. This is the verse that caught my eye. Immediately I thought of the ascension of Jesus Christ. So I thought maybe the followers will shed some light onto why this ascension event occurred when it did, several days before the Comforter would be sent. First of all, is this verse actually referring to Jesus? As always, if we let the Holy Spirit guide us, the Bible will actually interpret itself. Look at this messianic psalm. I will declare the decree. The Lord has said to me, "You are my son. Today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will give you the nations for your inheritance, and the nations of the earth for your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron." Psalm 2, 7-8. So, this child is Jesus, the woman in Israel, as becomes obvious later in the chapter. The woman is Israel, as becomes obvious later in the chapter. Don't let this ruling with an rod of iron thing scare you. It's a good thing. When Jesus comes back the second time, it will be as righteous judge and ruler, and he will rule with his word, which is strong. Iron was the strongest known substance in the Bible times, and immutable, unbending. Remember, God is righteous and just always. This righteous rule will be nothing like the heavy-handed, unrighteous rule of today's tyrants and dictators. As you may have gathered, I am a fan of Bob Dylan, who, by the way, will be in heaven for sure. He's saved and a Jew. He wrote an awesome song entitled "When He Returns," and it starts like this: "The iron hand, it ain't no match for the iron rod." That's what he's talking about. Check out the rest of the lyrics. They are astounding. But back to the narrative, as we're getting to something even more astounding. The verse right after the ascension verse in Revelation 12, verse 6, refers to persecuted Israel being divinely protected for 42 months, which is 3.5 years, or 1,260 days. That's an obvious reference to the Great Tribulation, which has not occurred yet. But the ascension has already occurred. So what gives? This is important, but we can't squeeze it in today. Next time.